What if I told you the secret to never stressing about money again isn't about earning more, but about mastering the flow of the money you already have? Most people think budgeting is enough, but budgeting only tells you where your money should go. Cash flow analysis shows you where your money is actually going. And that is the difference between just surviving and building wealth. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how to analyze your personal cash flow step by step, but you'll also uncover a hidden insight that could completely change the way you manage your money. Stick with me, because once you learn this, you'll see your finances in a way you never have before. Number 1. What is cash flow analysis really about? Cash flow analysis simply means looking at how much money comes into your life and how much goes out. It's not just about writing down numbers. It's about creating a clear picture of your financial health. Imagine your bank account is like a bathtub. Your income is the water coming from the faucet. Your expenses are the water draining out. If more water drains than comes in, your bathtub empties fast. But if more comes in than drains out, your bathtub fills up. That's your cash flow. Positive cash flow means you're filling the tub. Negative cash flow means you're draining it. Here's where the analysis comes in. You figure out why the water level is rising or falling and what you can do to change it. Number 2. Start with tracking income. Before you can fix cash flow, you need to know how much is flowing in. Write down all your sources of income. This could be your job, a side hustle, rental, income, or even things like child support or government benefits. Let's say you earn $3,500 a month from your job, $500 from driving for a rideshare service, and another $200 from selling things online. That adds up to $4,200 total income each month. Many beginners forget to include irregular income. Maybe you get a bonus once a year or you babysit occasionally. Track those too. They matter. Number 3. Track your expenses carefully. This is where most people mess up. Expenses aren't just your rent and bills. They include everything: groceries, coffee runs, streaming subscriptions, gas, car repairs, and even that random candy bar at the gas station. Here's the trick. Break your expenses into 2 categories: fixed and variable. Fixed expenses stay the same each month. Think rent, car payment, or insurance. Variable expenses change, like groceries, eating out, or entertainment. Example: let's say your rent is $1,200, your car payment is $300, insurance is $150, and internet is $70. Those are fixed. Then you might spend $500 on groceries, $200 on eating out, and $150 on gas. Those are variable. When you add them all up, maybe your expenses are $3,600 per month. Number 4. Compare income to expenses. Now comes the moment of truth. Subtract your expenses from your income. From our example, for $1,200 income minus $3,600 expenses equals $600 left over. That's positive cash flow. If the math worked out the other way, where expenses are higher than income, that's negative cash flow. And that's a red flag you can't ignore. Here's a powerful insight. Many people think they're doing fine because they can still pay bills, but when they actually run the numbers, they realize they've been in negative cash flow for months. Number 5. Dig deeper into spending patterns. Numbers alone don't tell the full story. You need to ask, where exactly is my money leaking? Let's say you notice you're spending $300 a month eating out. That's $3,600 a year on just restaurants. If instead you cut that in half, you'd save $1,800 per year. That's money you could invest, pay off debt, or save for a trip. Cash flow analysis isn't just math. It's detective work. You're hunting for hidden leaks that drain your wealth. Number 6. Spotting hidden cash flow traps. Some expenses sneak up on you. Subscriptions are a big one. You sign up for a $10 streaming service, then another, and another. Before you know it, you're paying $70 a month for services you barely use. Another trap is lifestyle creep. You get a raise, so you upgrade your car, your apartment, or your clothes. Your income rises, but so do your expenses, leaving your cash flow stuck. Here's a crazy statistic. The average American spends over $18 per week on impulse purchases. That's more than $900 a year gone without even realizing it. Number 7. Using the cash flow statement. Now let's organize all of this into a simple statement. Step 1. Write your total income at the top. Step 2. List all fixed expenses. Step 3. List all variable expenses. Step 4. Subtract expenses from income. This is your personal cash flow statement. It's like a report card for your money. Example: income for $1,200. Fixed expenses $1,720. Variable expenses $1,880. Total expenses $3,600. Cash flow plus $600. That's simple. Number 8. Turning positive cash flow into wealth. If you have money left over, don't let it just sit in your checking account. Put it to work. You could use that extra $600 to pay off high-interest debt faster. You could put it into a retirement account and let it grow. Or you could build an emergency fund to protect yourself from unexpected bills. For example, investing $600 a month at an average 7% return for 20 years could grow into over $300,000. That's the power of turning positive cash flow into wealth. Number 9. Fixing negative cash flow. What if your cash flow is negative? Don't panic. You have 2 levers you can pull: spend less or earn more. To spend less, look for categories you can cut without sacrificing essentials. Maybe downgrade your phone plan, cook at home more, or cancel unused subscriptions. To earn more, consider side hustles. Even an extra $200 a month from freelancing or tutoring can flip your cash flow from negative to positive. The key is action. Negative cash flow doesn't fix itself. Number 10. Projecting future cash flow. Here's where it gets exciting. Cash flow analysis isn't just about today. It's about predicting the future. Let's say you plan to buy a car next year. Add the future car payment into your cash flow statement now. This lets you see if you'll still be positive once that expense kicks in. Or maybe you're planning to quit your job and start a business. Run the numbers in advance. Project income and expenses. Cash flow analysis becomes your crystal ball. Number 11. Building a cash flow habit. Doing this once is helpful, but doing it every month is life-changing. Think of it like checking your weight. If you only step on the scale once a year, you might be in for a shock. But if you track monthly, you can adjust quickly. Same with cash flow. Review it at the end of each month. Notice patterns. Make small tweaks. Over time, your money will work for you instead of against you. Number 12. The hidden insight most people miss. Here's the part one promised at the start. The hidden insight. Cash flow analysis doesn't just show you numbers. It shows you your priorities. If you spend $500 a month on eating out, but only $50 on savings, that tells you what you value more right now. When you see it on paper, it forces you to ask, is this really how I want to live my life? That's the magic of cash flow analysis. It doesn't just change your money. It changes your mindset. Number 13. Emergency funds and cash flow. One of the smartest ways to use cash flow analysis is to prepare for emergencies. An emergency fund is money set aside for unexpected situations like medical bills, job loss, or urgent car repairs. When you run your cash flow numbers, you can see if you have room to start building that safety net. For example, if your analysis shows a surplus of $400 a month, you could direct half of it toward an emergency fund until you've built at least 3 to 6 months of expenses. This turns your positive cash flow into peace of mind. Number 14. Cash flow and debt management. Debt eats away at your cash flow like termites on wood. High-interest debt, like credit cards, is especially damaging because the interest payments keep draining your cash month after month. By analyzing your cash flow, you can see exactly how much of your income is tied up in debt payments. If you discover you're spending $500 a month on credit card payments, that's a clear signal to prioritize debt payoff strategies like the avalanche or snowball method. Improving your debt situation directly improves your monthly cash flow. Number 15. Seasonal cash flow awareness. Not all months are the same. Some months hit harder because of irregular or seasonal expenses. Think about December with holiday shopping, or back-to-school season in August, or annual insurance renewals. Cash flow analysis helps you spot these spikes so they don't catch you by surprise. For example, If you know you'll spend an extra $800 in December, you can spread that out by saving $80 per month starting in January. That way, you keep your cash flow steady all year long. Number 16, cash flow and big goals. Cash flow analysis isn't just about avoiding problems. It's also about funding your dreams. Let's say your goal is to buy a home in 5 years. You'll need a down payment, maybe $20,000. When you analyze your cash flow, you can carve out a monthly savings target, like $350 per month, and actually see the path toward your goal. Without cash flow analysis, goals feel like wishes. With it, they become plans. Number 17, cash flow and retirement planning. Most beginners think retirement is too far away to matter. But the truth is, your future self will thank you if you use today's cash flow wisely. Cash flow analysis shows you whether you can spare money to put into a retirement account like a 401k or IRA. Even small amounts add up. For example, putting $200 a month into retirement investments at an average 7% return could grow into over $240,000 in 30 years. That's the power of aligning today's cash flow with tomorrow's freedom. Number 18, automating your cash flow. Once you've done the hard work of analyzing, you can make life easier by automating. Set up automatic transfers to savings or investments right after payday. That way, you're managing your cash flow without even thinking about it. For example, if you automate $150 each month into a savings account, you won't be tempted to spend it because it's already out of sight. Automation turns discipline into a system. Number 19, cash flow and financial freedom. Here's the exciting part. The ultimate reason to do cash flow analysis isn't just survival. It's freedom. When you have strong positive cash flow, you're no longer living paycheck to paycheck. You have the power to make choices like quitting a job you hate, starting a business, or traveling the world. Cash flow is more than numbers. It's about creating options in your life. That's why the most successful people never ignore it. Imagine if you ran this simple analysis today and found out you were leaking $300 a month without realizing it. That's $3,600 a year. Wouldn't you want to know? So now I want to hear from you. If you analyzed your own cash flow today, what's the first area you think you discover is draining your money?